who just joined the room. All right, awesome, cool. We had two perspectives, Derek and Fox, for this match. Really glad to say that. Well, at least be able to peek into some of them, you know.
Do you want us to give like the countdowns again so we can sync all our
streams?
Yeah,
honestly, just let me know when you start seeing like all those.
For me, Derek's stream is like a second ahead of Fox's. It's not that bad though.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Okay, he just started the room.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, we're fine then.
Hold on. Actually, I want you to tell me when the choosing a race screen comes up, when it first pops up.
Okay, I'll say the word now.
I messed up. Oh well. That's cool.
Okay, now it is preparing the race. Came up.
Alright.
You got it? Is all synced?
I think I might. I mean, I have to wait. You know, like there's only so many spots, and please wait a moment, or please wait, that I can really coordinate.
I see everything
now people are.
Sounds like we're good.
All right, I'm hoping we're good. Just let me know when you reach a black screen, and let's just go ahead and discuss about the race pick. Anyway, I'm seeing Derek hover over MC3, and actually, no, sorry, that's Fox who's gonna hover over that and pick it, which is
they should pick TF for all the reasons I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
but only.
That's USA picking it. Okay.
I mean, Moonview is a good pick, but Toad's Factory is better. Like, I mean, obviously it's an opinion, but like, Toad's Factory is a better pick for USA right now. Anyway, I'll tell you when I get to black screen.
Alrighty.
Okay, black screen now.
Well, that means I am a little bit behind. That's cool though.
I'll count down the countdowns on Derek's stream, which is about 2 seconds ahead of Fox. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, you're a little bit ahead of me. I'll try to keep up with it as it is. But yeah, right now we should be having, finally, World Cup match between USA and Nordic, starting off on Toad's Factory, and it may be able to go in their favor for the record. We should be having, I believe it is Derek in second place right now with RCS straight ahead of him. USA having top 3, it seems. And this is exactly.
Oh, Faisal goes all the way up to second all of a sudden, just like teleports up there.
Yeah. It's probably from that Streamless shortcut that a lot of people have been able to really hone after the past, especially the last 2 years or so. But yeah, no, so far Faisal really the only like presence from Nordic here, except for Akane who just built up. So super good to see at least some more presence up here. How do you, from Matt? You wanted a TF pick. It can totally go their way. However, Nordic's really good at this course in particular. Who do you think?
But that's why I wanted. That's why I wanted USA to pick it now. It's because, well, okay. I mean,
Faisal went first. Yeah. 2
people just failed there. Well, the thing is, it's like, okay, Nordic is better at this course, but USA spots were so much better at the beginning. But it could have gotten better after the very first turn. USA were only top 2 when they could have been top 3 ideally. But I think that having good positions at the beginning is a little bit more important than being a little better at this track, because it's not like USA really sucks at this track, it's just that Nordic is amazing.
Right. Oh, I believe we might have a Shock coming in. Shock does get Derek into the corner there, waiting to see what the results might come from behind him. For now, we did see Kion moving up, actually, into first place. Oh my goodness, the blue shell coming immediately after Kuzan, activating a star in second, and this should be a big race for Team USA, as I don't believe there's much of any. Oh, never mind, 2 Nordic players coming from right behind, but I believe Maxman connected onto someone. And that should be USA getting top 2 right now. Nordic getting the spots behind it, I think.
Fox managed to just escape those red shells at the end, too.
Yeah. And so we'll see what becomes of these players, as we should.
That was a strange race. There were like so few people taking the Shroomless and a lot of people failing it.
Yeah,
no. Kind of weird.
So yeah, I think USA having the slight edge on it. Nordic just somehow like at the end of lap 2 and lap 3 coming back like with out of nowhere. Yeah, all the spots behind second place. So for them,
I don't know what happened to TK because he definitely dodged in a star and he should have chained like a triple Shrooms at least.
35 to 38 is the first race score, so super close. For USA to have gotten Toad's Factory out of the way, I think, yeah, as you said, good call on their part. This is Nordic's favorite. And so
It's just like picking, like I said, DK Mountain on 100 versus AR, just so they don't kill you with it later.
yeah, yeah, I know. That's exactly.
No, I mean it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because like you know,
I
Derek
hate-
can do the Shroomless, kill you. I
Kill
say
you
his
up.
name wrong. He can't do the Shroomless, so it's better that they do it now.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I don't know if I would pick Moonview here because although they're top 2, Nordic is 3 through 6. I probably would be more comfortable with a few more top spots if I were to pick Moonview. I probably would have picked DDR because that's typically better for top spots, bottom spots, because both front runnable and you can get power items in the back.
Yeah.
But if they're comfortable with their top 2, it's just, you know, you want to avoid someone getting, I don't know, like triple reds or maybe someone just shrooming people into the truck and then all of a sudden Nordic is like 3 of the top 4.
Yeah, no, the beginning being especially important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked this, but it's fine. Well, hopefully it'll work out.
Fingers crossed for them, I suppose.
If Derek should try to take both of the boxes by swerving to the left and trying to lag both of them. I don't know what. Okay.
I don't know, man. He's gonna chill here and in third place right now. But soon after getting, no, he's gonna survive for now, but just gets slided off to 5th place or so.
Oh,
This is not looking.
Fox unfortunately like hitting the car right there, just getting like bumped into it
Yeah.
right away.
And
Okay,
so
so
does Derek, too.
just got trolled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did.
That's -10.
Uh-huh.
We'll keep track of that later.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless
did Fox just like choose to drive into that bomb car?
No, there's no way. He's too far behind. You don't want to be like sandbagging on this track.
Yeah.
Like Fox needs to get it together, then, man. That was like
sloppy.
right in front of him for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Fox slightly behind a good bit, actually. In 9th place, going to be able to get the POW, and he's going to have to confer with his teammates about that one. In the meantime, Derek with the star. And trying to hold this. Yeah, I think Nordic having the edge in the shock battle. If I saw, I mean, we'll get a good look again as to who this is back here. I wasn't able to catch it. But I mean, just given that Nordic was ahead at the beginning, I'm just going to assume they're winning. They're in 12th right now and have the shot.
Ito tends to play it pretty safely. If the pack is coming, he slows down, which is, I mean, both good and bad sometimes because, I mean, he's less likely to get trolling penalties, but more aggressive baggers might get the shock more often at risk of trolling, which is what happened here.
Yeah. 3 shrooms for Derek. Gonna be able to move on up for now. Star for
Fox still stuck at the back, like from the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if they do have shock,
is
it's super good for him.
This is not what Fox is known for.
Yeah, not at all. And he's not going to get the dodge at all. I just don't think anybody got it, honestly.
I mean, yeah, like lines on this track don't matter. It's like, because, I mean, yeah, Fox has like a ton of world records, but it's like all D1 players are pretty fast. Like Fox is only faster than everyone by like half a second, maybe. So it's not like it really makes a difference. Because that's the thing, it's like, at the D1 level, pretty much everyone is capable of getting regionals on a track. It's just helps so much to be able to drive quickly. So like hitting a fib like loses you like 3 seconds, whereas Fox might only be like a second faster on tracks with tech.
Yeah.
So it's more important to be smart about avoiding items. That's one of the things that makes, like, for example, Mikey so good. He's really good at avoiding getting hit, which is why you see him in the front so much.
46
And so
points.
it's not that he's just like has like better lines than everyone. He's just generally better at not getting hit, which is the key here.
46 points for USA in that race alone, meaning 46 to 27. Race win by 19. Honestly, it looked like more than that. I don't know. I might want to double check that. But yeah, as of right now, my score is saying 84 to 62. If someone wants to double check me on that, they can. Either way, curious to see what the USA is going to pick here. Honestly, if it was 100cc, I'd call Rainbow Road. But yeah, they're going to go BCW. Okay, I like the pick. Especially
I don't think 100 versus 150 on Rainbow Road make the difference. It's more the spots. You don't want people to draft up and bump you off. You want the people drafting to be your own team, so that way they can not draft and bump off. But 100 versus 150 doesn't really make a difference. I mean, obviously there's the Shroomless, but is not really that big of a deal.
I don't know. I think it's a lot more comfortable for players that may not be so willing to play on Rainbow Road. They're like, okay, 100. Okay, you know what? Yeah, 150 maybe not, but like at least I get to go slower on this. I'll have boost paths as well. Like that's I guess my outlook on it. Either way, Derek in 4th place. With the low jump, will still remain in 4th place after Green's bouncing around for now. Fox is going to be in 10th place and maybe hold on to the star for a while.
He might try to take the glitch. I don't know. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if nobody really goes for it.
He's actually going on the right side, so he might have, might be on to something here. As Derek, I think, might be going for the same as well. No, he's going to change his star. Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. And he messed up. Yeah. No good for him. Derek in the meantime, Mega in 3rd place, USA top 3. This is not looking good.
Have to use that.
I would stop troll on the last corner if USA is behind.
He's getting powered out of it. Yeah.
I mean, if Nordic is behind. I mean, he was in the Mega, so it was like you might as well stop troll, but I guess USA was behind him, so.
Fox at the back again.
Yeah, with the star.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you fail the glitch. I mean, like I said, Fox is only like a second faster, or half a second faster than everyone else. It's not like he's just going to overtake people magically, because it's not like people are slow in D1.
Yeah, I just think like usually, like when I like look at scores and stuff, I usually see like Fox being one of the better scores like on the table, right? But he's not looking like he's putting up those numbers right now.
And it's just, I think it's just he hasn't been able to get to the front, period. Like, as soon as he gets there, more than comfortable, but I don't know, man. These starts are pretty weird for him.
Oh yeah, that's a totally different aspect of skill. How to get to the front successfully and consistent. Because like you said, once he gets there, it's easy to TT. But a large part of skill is knowing how to get up there and avoiding getting hit. That's really the key part I was talking about, avoiding getting hit by stuff.
Yeah, so we'll keep our eyes on Fox for now as he is trying to get up, and Nordic having so many bottom spots too. Really looking.
I have not been paying attention to who is in last.
Yeah.
Bottom 4 right now.
Yeah. Well, for what I mean, obviously whoever gets shocked could have a massive.
USA has the shock because Nordic would have TS'd and dodged for sure. I mean, I'm sure someone has a star. There's no.
Oh no, they do. They activate it. Never mind. Yeah, they're actually going to be able to get it together.
Nordic was in bottom spots the whole time. I didn't really see how USA could have had it.
Yeah. Well, no. But like with the 2 suicide baggers going back, there's 2 daisies, and you're able to see that like we're not able to make out who exactly.
Oh, this isn't a 5v5. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, it's been a 66. Oh my goodness. 2-3 right now. Gonna spam the greens. Not gonna connect. I don't think. No.
I can't believe Fox.
I guess they didn't TS there to be predictable, but I was thinking USA doesn't even have an item to predict with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if you think that the other team has a dodge, you wouldn't want to shock there because they're going to expect it. But I was thinking it's like if USA doesn't have a dodge, you might as well do it. But that's fine. It worked.
It worked. It really would have helped. They would have actually been able to get top 2 with that target shock. But I mean, I guess in that sense, they figured they were so far behind they can't afford another mistake or something. I don't know. Either way.
Or maybe they were just waiting for someone to. Maybe someone was kind of being indis, like, let me get a star. Yeah. I don't know. It could have been that too.
So Nordic actually able to slot themselves into 2-3 and salvaging that race, really. Big for them. It looked like it was going to be over for them, but I think the score from that race, losing by 1 point, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, you can't really say that one bagger is like better than the other, but Vito is rustier than Claw. He hasn't been playing as much. That's what you can say.
Certainly.
But I don't. But I mean, both of these baggers are really good. You can't really say that one's better than the other. I think.
Yeah. Current score right now, I think 122 to 97 in favor of USA.
This is good. I'm glad they're picking this. RBC is the right choice because you're 1-4-5, so that way your 4 and 5 can draft their second. I mean, if you're 6, it'd be better, but RBC is still a really good choice here.
And they're gonna, well, at least one is slotted for DDR. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead, go for it. I mean, I think Kiona picked MC3 still. Maybe in the same mindset. Same mindset as maybe last match versus USA in the winners finals, but either way, it's gonna be a DDR pick, and this is something that we've seen Fox perform super well on before. We'll have to see if he can replicate that performance once again.
Lines do matter more on this track because it's a lot more tech based.
Yeah.
But again, there's the ultra shortcut that saves like 10 seconds. So. Yeah, I think the race we saw last time where Fox just broke away just by driving, that's really rare because usually, I mean, the ultra shortcut is like basically everything.
That's unfortunate. I don't know if you guys saw Fox's start where he like lagged behind everybody else
Well,
and he immediately got bombed and lost his top spot.
yeah, he lost his spot, so he won't be able to front run it. But at the same time, that's going to help him a lot towards the end.
Yeah,
Um,
because he just gets an item. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the point is right in that it's still concerning because we've seen him struggle to get up. Now that said,
And he's got those triple shrooms going in the cart right here.
and he's probably one of the players to reliably do ultra with triple shrooms and like make it out without slowing down. So I'm maybe looking to see that. Yeah, he gets it perfectly fine and perfectly down. He's back behind USA. Really good showing with skill. And it has triple reds as well. Might be able to do something here as Arceus does have a green shell to protect. Needs to watch out for the bats to make sure he doesn't get any of them. Rid of them.
Definitely one of the other triple reds might be able to clip him. Oh, it just takes out his own red.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate. At least he gets the better glitch than Arceus. He is in second place for now. Avoids the POW and avoids any loss of momentum, but he has to watch out. 3 USA on his back.
I think like what I've seen so far, like last race, this race, like you're seeing USA usually have control of most of the top spots. So even when Nordic comes up,
Sloppy, super sloppy play from Derek, missing the Shroomless and then getting blued. I mean, he does have another play up in first place, but that's going to allow Fox and Faisal to really get close to this top 4.
That was unnecessarily risky. I mean,
he might be saved from it. Mega in 7th place right now for Derek. Just looking really sloppy right now. I don't know, man. This is super uncharacteristic of him.
Derek up to 4. With that.
Fox in 2nd place now. I think Faisal's been moved back. There's a Mega and Star activated. No shot coming in as of yet. No shot for USA. Bomb coming in. Oh, it actually lands on the Keon, and USA is going to be able to get 3-4-5. So 3-4-5-6, 1-3-4-5-6. It's a big race for USA, and they can expect to take this GP by a huge total, actually.
I'm kind of surprised at that lack of shock, like in the Mega usage, because I would have thought if USA had the shock, they would have to get like top 4. But if Nordic had the shock, I would have thought that Derek would have used his Mega earlier. Maybe expect them to shock Arceus after all the boost panels, so he should have used his Mega earlier. So I'm kind of confused at who had the shock if nobody did.
Nordic being the only saving, or sorry, Fox being the only saving grace for Nordic here.
Yeah.
Besides that, yikes, this is not looking too good for them at all. 24 points in that race alone. I think a Kane DC'd, actually, which would explain a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's really unfortunate for them. But they're going to end off the GP on a pretty sour note.
That's definitely a really strong start for USA.
Yeah. Fox able to do decent, but the rest of his team not faring too well. And maybe a lot of that, like, I mean, both teams had to wait for like an hour, right? But maybe having an effect on some of our players here.
What do you guys think Nordic has to do to get back in this, man? I think they gotta control some top spots better.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's what I was saying. That's the key for both clans. It's who will do a better job of Nordic getting to the front, or USA preventing them from being in the front, and that's what will determine the winner. And so far, USA is doing a better job.
Well, the Kane. Oh yeah, by the way, Fox getting that first place exactly from that lag start that we were talking about, so it actually ends up benefiting him in the end.
Will there be like, is there such a thing as like points correction or?
I think maybe, but I have no idea. I'm not one to say. I'm not one to talk about it, man.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep the results as it is.
Yeah. That said, exact results don't have the point total right now because I'm only one man.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't. I mean, I think USA is up by quite a bit, so
yeah.
I don't think it'll bite like Derek for him to be like too risky like that. Because I mean, you see, he picked Daisy just so he could pick BC3 and take the Ultra and stuff. But yeah, no, I don't really approve of that Sandhop. I mean, even though the Sandhop's easy, it's just like
why there's no
everyone fails it sometimes. So
no, yeah, there's no need to really do that at that point in time. But either way, like, he gets away with it, kind of, I guess. I mean, he still gets the top spot. Going into race 5 here. Score to be updated, but for now, USA in quite the commanding position, leading by around 40 to, no, probably 50 points at this point.
Yeah.
Either way, Derek off with a great
It's
start.
a bit what will happen because, you know, the shock is more likely than the bill and lasts at 30, but it's impossible to know who's getting the bill in 11th or.
What are you doing there?
Yeah,
What are you
Derek.
doing?
Okay. I will attribute the first mess up
This
to go
is-
into the sand, but just by changing his character, he went tighter. Since he's used to funky, I would assume that he just went tight because it just handles differently. But
Yeah.
that a couple of flubs there in a row from Derek. It wasn't just one mistake.
At least we can see which one's Vito.
Yeah.
So Vito's going
Vito-
forward.
Vito
You
has
can
shock.
see. So, yeah.
No, actually, no.
In this room.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He slowed down for that item box. He didn't need to do that if he had shock. I don't know. It's a tough call in my opinion.
He's moving forward super fast.
Yeah.
He just dodged.
Shock happens. Yeah. And that's going to be a Nordic shock happening. Barney's going to dodge that on Fox's screen, and I think that's the only dodge had as of right now. They really just want to make sure.
No, Fazo dodged in a Mega also.
Okay. So that's going to be 2-3 for them right now. Actually, top 2 for them right now. But a bomb is had by Derek. Might be able to get off a good snipe here if used properly, but there's a bunch of accident preventing that potentially. No, he doesn't get anybody. He has a second bomb though, but it's too risky now. Too many USA members. And it's not going to land either way. Fox is in a star in 10th place, but I don't think there's going to be anything converted from that. Derek getting knocked back.
Fox still gets to beat Derek at the end.
And I don't think Killua, but still gets 9th place, 8th place, even then. Both their streamers not doing too hot here.
That was really unfortunate for both of them, actually. Like, 'cause getting that TC right at the very end, and then Derek just getting bodied on the left corner.
Well, we'll wait for our results to come up very shortly. But for now...
Yeah, we'll see.
Alrighty. Derek getting not too great of a start from his part. As for the race itself, Nordic getting 1, 3, 4, and 6, so it's definitely a race win for them. And once again, the flubs from Derek. I mean, obviously on MC3 you wouldn't think it matters too much, but you never really know. Yep. 42 points to 31 on that race.
Well, I guess those early flubs didn't matter as much in the end, right? It was mostly the mistake. Like, a track like that, it really comes down to what happens on that last lap. It's kind of like the first 2 laps are just kind of things that happen, and as long as you're not too far away from the pack, that last lap decides.
But that's exactly what happened. You notice that there was a pretty large gap, and if you don't have the shock support, it's actually, you can't really catch up that much. If you get shocked after the boxes, which is what happens to people, they just couldn't catch up, because that track actually is front runnable sometimes, but yeah, I mean, it's just whether you have shock support, really.
Keep in mind, score right now, 198 to 167 in favor of USA. So we should be, it's not too big of a gap at all by any means, and that race doing a good amount to reset it in Nordic's favor. And they're going to go with the Yoshi Falls pick, which I really like. It's a short track, surely. So if Claw's struggling for shock, shouldn't happen in that sense either. But he's been doing fine in the shock count.
Yeah, Claw's I think has more shocks so far.
Either way, this is a race that they can really get away with their top spots as long as the first lap is played properly.
Yeah, USA really needs to just spam their items after this boost mail section. And
yeah, Derek trying to get that item box there, but not able to do so just yet. Fox is holding on to a star after chaining one, and reasonably so. It looks like Claw's winning the duel right now, as he's in 12th place, avoiding people for now.
Solid draft. He wants to see how far he can take that star up.
Oh no!
Oh,
yeah,
that's
having to use it.
Not very far.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does get a golden in 7th, which is pretty fortunate in a 12-player room, and obviously not going to hold that one for too long, I don't think.
no, the best spot to use is right here.
Yeah, he might get readied. No way! Screwing up there.
Oh my god, dude!
That's a massive
That was
flub.
some risky business right there.
And he's going to be getting 10th place, surely, staying back here. Maybe dodging if his teammate has shock, and yeah, I think he does. I think Claw does have shock. He gets a golden only though, and RC's in a star, so I don't expect to see anything sometime soon. Faisal getting knocked back to a bottom spot. TK getting greened. And that's going to mean... I actually don't think there's going to be any repercussions for that. USA getting off with some middle spots, and unclear as to whether the top spots remain the same for Nordic, but unfortunate for Fox. Slight mistake there. And it ends up costing him.
A little more than a slight mistake, but...
yeah.
I wonder, like... I wonder, like, from Fox's perspective, right? Was that, like, a flub? Or was that some, like, really crazy move to, like, predict dodge the red that cool?
He was trying to predict dodge the red because the red kind of... It doesn't break that easily at that section because the curvature of that turn isn't very tight. But, I mean, I understand why he did it, but he just kind of failed. But yeah, that was a good choice from Nordic. I didn't actually even see what spots they got, but they should probably be picking stuff like RBC still.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what they need to do to win, just have stuff like this. And then track picks are also key. Because, if it picks something like Delfino, then, everything's out the window.
Alrighty, well. Let's see what we have here. BC3 being picked out, and I was actually going to call this earlier, but we got caught up. Yeah, seeing with Derek of the Daisy, I kind of expected BC3 to be busted out this GP.
I kind of expect several people to be going for it, because I'm pretty sure like everyone can do the Ultra nowadays, or it's Grumble.
Grumble, okay. Well, I'll be looking for that bagging duel, actually. Just keeping that in mind.
I love this track.
Yeah,
It's cool.
It's super fun. So much you can do with it, especially with a rock hop and stuff. And even in bagging, this is really interesting.
I think honestly, like I think this, like the reason I like this track so much, is so much about it kind of embodies what is good about this game, and it's all kind of like wrapped into one track. Like you have like, I mean, obviously, like, you can't do it in competitive play, but there's, like, an Ultra Glitch, which is kind of, like, this, like, unique thing about Mario Kart, right? Where there's, like, these weird, like, shortcuts that'll end the race in, like, 30 seconds. And then there's, like, the Rock Hop, the, like, Lava Glitch, like, good track for, like, shock strategies and stuff. I just love this track so much.
Yeah, no, it holds a special part. Yeah, it occupies a good part in the heart of my Mario Kart mind, I suppose. But either way, looking at the minimap, Vito has clearly lost the bagging duel. Not able to get shrooms, or I don't know what the deal was. Maybe not making the cut backwards, but he's not going to be in 11th place if he gets shock, and that's really not something you want to hear if you're USA trying to hold off this lead they've been able to generate. In the meantime, Fox holding onto a bullet bill. Derek should be going for a rock hop here, I think. Or no, he's just going to be going for the regular cut. Okay, safe.
Yeah, the thing is, you can tell that the pack's getting really spread out at this point. It might be too late near the end if people can't catch up enough.
Yeah,
hard to tell. I mean, they're probably going to do the obvious, TS, the first guy going for the cut on the other team.
Derek's got 2 strokes sitting easy. I think he's taking that cut.
Nope. No, he will not be. Shock will come in, and I think that's going to be Nordic dodging, actually. That's Fox and the Bullet Bill moving up to 3rd place, right behind Killua and TK. He might have a good chance of getting a shroom here as well, if he's lucky enough, but he does get wheelie bump, not off just yet. And he only gets the red shell, unfortunately, so he will not be taking cut. Faisal will, though. Something to watch out here for. Derek does have triple reds behind Fox, and should be able to get rid of him. But no, he doesn't. What the hell, Derek? What just happened for you? Nordic getting 3, 4, 5, maybe even 2nd as well. I'm not sure what happened there, but Derek flubbing once again, and I don't know. Like, part of me wants to say that that was just such an obvious error that it had to be a controller related or something. It just looks super weird.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I think Nordic's problem was they just got too far behind. Just USA's top spots got too far ahead. Although this track is really shock reliant, you can't like reconcile that large of a lead. So it's kind of, I mean, there's really nothing that they could have done at that point, because I mean, maybe they didn't get the shock for a while, but maybe they could have done a lap 2 shock, because although lap 2 shocks aren't great sometimes, it's just you're too far behind and you can't catch up.
78. 98. Not able to get the scores completely. 99. Okay, so I want to say 112 or 102 for Nordic right now in this GP alone. Not able to. I am not good with the math. Rookie's got me covered. 274 to 237 is your total for now. So yeah, why again was Hawk not able to play?
He has connection issues.
Okay.
I mean, I think his connection is fixed right now, but what they were saying is Vito can just play since he was told he could, and then if Vito's getting like destroyed and USA is losing, then he'll get subbed out or something.
Okay. Fair.
I'm not sure which bagger. Oh, it was DK. I was going to talk about DK Summit, but it's BC3. Yeah, Derek is going to go for the Ultra every lap, even lap 3 when it's unnecessarily risky like he did last war.
And that's like not exactly recommended, but that's just Derek for you. Alrighty, let's see what he can do with this.
Nordic's got. I think that someone from Nordic is just going to go for the Ultra naturally.
Oh, maybe getting rid of 3 Nordic members? No. Okay. Very close, though, and Derek did a good job of getting rid of 2 of them, at least. Killua running into the swamp, and that's a super unorthodox mistake by him. And the fib from Fox directly onto Derek there. He's going to get knocked back straight into 9th place, and not even going for Ultra at this point. So, again...
If he fails it, he's going to be way too far behind.
Yeah. So, again, errors from Team USA, letting at least some from Nordic get ahead, but even when we say all that, USA still having top spots. At least 2 of the top 3.
That's a really hard top 3 to have on this track.
Yeah. Well, at least he has triple shrooms, but I think he'll need a teammate behind him to get rid of the whatever might be blocking the shortcut.
That's really all this track comes down to, whether you get bumped and whether people are willing to block or unblock successfully.
Oh no, dude! He fails the first low hop. And so he's going to lose all his shrooms, and man. Shock does come in as well, and I think that's a USA dodge. So nothing really going the way of Nordic right now, and I think they're going to be losing by even more after this 7th race. Golden mushroom for Derek.
I don't know about that shock, because it looks like Killua unblocked the shortcut and then dodged, but it doesn't make sense because USA is all up there. Killua.
Well, I mean, they should be able to. They have so many people up there that I don't really fear for that. I think they should be able to block it again anyway. So I'm not really too concerned about that for them. But we'll see. As Derek in 9th place with triple shrooms. Good opportunity for him to get back into the thick of it all. Fox, in the meantime, looking to take this shortcut as well. Right ahead of him. Bomb does come in, and that's going to be some sent back, but that's a shock happening as well, and Derek still makes it as well as Fox. Blue does come in, and now this is a huge hootenanny happening up here. 4 within the same square meter of each other. Tons of USA members, and only 1 Fox. Shroom in 2nd place.
Fox takes Derek out on the last turn.
And he does with the bump, but he does get a Shroom to be able to recover from it, but he does have a green to really negate anything that Derek might have on him. So Fox will be able to keep 1st place. USA staying up there, and I think USA definitely going to win this race. Should nothing else have gone Nordic's way. But that shock nearly getting Derek off. And Derek really did really well to do that shortcut pretty quickly.
I think that was USA shock again. To
No, it was to cancel the blue too. I think that's what it was. Its primary use was for, because Derek, if they wanted to cancel, like stop Fox from taking the cut, they could have. They actually could have gotten top 4 if they shocked earlier, but.
That's what seems to happen a lot, because a lot of people do that. They shock to try to prevent people from taking the cut, but it ends up being too late because it's just like bad coordination, or people just don't like work it out quickly enough. So
I think score right now definitely in favor of USA. I think they take that race by 5 points, 34 to 39. So as it is right now, Nordic have quite a comeback ahead of them needed. And so yeah, not too good of scores you want to be seeing if you're a Team Nordic fan, so to speak. So I think Nordic having 271, USA passing that 300-point threshold. So for Nordic, what do you go here if you're a Nordic player?
Well, I mean, USA is still top 2-4, so you can't exactly pick a track like. I mean, a lot of the best front running tracks are gone. I mean, you still have like Maple and stuff, but you don't really want to pick that in this position. So you might want to just go Delfino or maybe even Koopa Cape, because again, the thing Nordic has to do is try to outrun USA, which they haven't been doing quite as well. But it's kind of hard to do that when you're starting in a such disadvantageous position.
This track pick is going to be super important for both sides, and especially.
I think RBC is a really good pick because what USA can do is have 4th draft first, and have 2nd swerve left into 3rd, wheelie bumping him and preventing 5th from drafting 2nd.
Right.
I think that'd be really smart, and then USA would be top 2 after that instead of having 5th draft up. I mean that's what I would do in this case. It's hard to say sometimes because if you just get lag starts and then the whole thing just goes out the window, but
yeah. That's
what they should do, or swerve to the right. It's mirror, same thing. And we will have to see who is winning the bagging duel here, because this is one of the more interesting bagging tracks.
And this is one where I think Vito takes a lot of pride in normally, and being able to go backwards in. So for him, I expect him to fully be able to win this.
This is definitely one of those tracks where bagging is a lot more interesting, because there's a lot more intricacies to like how you have to get backwards. And I really, really like watching people bag on this track, especially since like that old school dark video that we kind of like joked about earlier. Like that's the first race in that video. That's my favorite part of it, is seeing how the 2 baggers go backwards on this track.
That said, they're still kind of deadlocked right now. Still trying to make it up those steps and getting that first pass to getting that 12th place shot, but nobody really getting up there yet. So we'll keep our eyes on this.
American Crusher.
Super close.
Going for the cut, almost bumping each other up.
Derek, Jesus. Okay.
Did Crusher fall off?
Yep.
Yeah.
Today's just not his day, I guess. It was interesting because USA made a mistake by letting Faisal draft, but I think he got redded on the spiral, so it ended up working out. But
Bull and Derek barely holding this top 2 right now. The one right behind them. Oh.
I think that's fine. What he's doing is trying to wheelie bump, but
Derek messes up but takes out a cane with his green, so that's
that's all right. Yeah. He'll take it. Shock coming in.
I didn't really know
mega dodge, and that's a Nordic shock. Once again, getting the shock and really to their favor. Derek getting 2 shrooms in a row to move up to 4th
shock
place.
Is at 129.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Because obviously you can see the bags are still going backwards because there's more than enough time for a 2nd shock. I think that was smart for Nordic because the pack was really close. But I'm also kind of surprised that there weren't more dodges. Thought there'd be a couple more. But then again, if you wait too long to be able to get
Blue
dodges, you can't use an effective shock.
Fox manages to take Derek out with one of his triple reds.
Nice.
They're really close to each other.
That's
battling for that 2nd spot right now.
That's top 2 for them. Did Keon dodge that blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He stayed up there after that one. So this is an intense 1v1 had right now.
And you can see Claw is beating Vito up the stairs in the 2nd duel.
This is actually so sick. Derek and Fox are having this,
and
like,
Fox
just
messes
sick
up. Blue shell again
no.
coming as well. This is not looking good for them, I think. Oh, Faisal had triple shrooms for his chain after dodging, so he's going to be able to dodge that one as well. Star coming in for Fox. He's at a really good spot right now. If he is able to get a dodge, the 2nd star being activated, Derek should finish off in 10th place.
Wait, Derek? What?
Or sorry, not Derek. Fox should finish off in 8th, 10th. Yeah, not okay. So Faisal, Fox, and Akane not finishing off in too great of spots, but at least getting onto that 1st place there. I wasn't able to catch exactly what happened to Fox, but he just ended up getting knocked into the lava on that bridge in the castle. So
no, he didn't fall off. He just didn't drift early enough. He just fell off. That was unfortunate.
Okay. Yikes. We've seen mistakes on both parts, really. Not really too much of a consistent play. Keon actually still getting to that 1st place, though. Super important for them. 15, 22, 27, 31, 34. 34 points for Nordic, and this is something this is a trend they really need to stop. Losing by like 5 to 10 points every race, something they can't really afford anymore at all.
What's the score with 3 races left?
305 for Nordic, and I think 352 for USA. Yeah, so not looking promising right now.
I think Claw's actually been out bagging Vito, so what Nordic has to do is pick like kind of lucky tracks and try to kill him with the shock. I mean, the shocks haven't been really effective so far, but I mean, what Nordic is doing is not working. So I think they need to try to cheese out the win, some like Mario Circuit or some Raceway, like actually.
Well, we'll be able to.
Well, I mean, that's what I would do if I were them in this situation because they need big races, and you know, if they get top 2 on like a front running track, that's fine, but it's not enough.
GV2, okay, off the random too.
Just before this next race starts, Derek's stream is like pretty far ahead of Fox's for me.
Okay. I can.
I was just curious if it's the same for you guys.
Yeah, it's the same for me.
I got them to go at the same time. But what time are you guys at in the race?
Derek's at 5 and Fox is like
started
just starting.
Okay, Fox is at the same time for me, so I don't know. It's on y'all's end. Either way.
It's fine.
Someone going down to the left of Derek there. He's gonna have to adjust. It's Nordic 1-3, and these baggers are really gonna need to watch out here. As I think USA is winning the bag into a slightly. Derek able to shroom up and take the. No, he fails. And that's gonna be really important.
Because he was the only spot, and now Nordic can just kind of TT up there and double backspam freely.
Yeah. Fox holding on to the star as well.
Chain that Mega into the star.
So he's going to go ahead and activate the star, and yeah, he's going to dodge just like that. Arceus was able to predict, though. And so that wasn't a good shock at all for them. I don't even know whose shock that was, but if that was a
that was
shock,
USA. That was USA shock.
Okay.
Arceus chain. Well, it might not have been. I think it was USA shock.
Barely. I don't know who won that 1v1, dude.
Oh wow.
I do not know who won that 1v1.
Fox and Cole. I don't know either. Looking at that, I'm pretty sure, like, for whatever reason, my Fox stream is like behind, no matter how many times I refresh it. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, that I really don't know if that was a Nordic shock that was really badly executed, but Fox, if I'm gonna assume that's a USA shock, Fox did well to at least like chain it.
It was a USA shock.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So that said, I think Nordic might lose the match from that race alone. Oh no, they were actually able to recover from that. 18, 30, 32, 33. I mean, but once again, they still lose it. 33 to 30. Sorry, 33 to 40 that race.
No, USA 134. It's not. Nordic needs like 2 top 5s at this point. I think it's time for some Mario Circuit or Desert Hills. Like, actually, that's their only shot.
Yeah. Down by 54 right now. It's about as exact as the prediction.
Top 5s, maybe only 2 top 4s, maybe.
Either way, looking super doubtful for Nordic. If they pull the comeback off, it'll be super impressive, but have my doubts. Fox seeming to opt for a Delfino.
I don't know. Delfino isn't really as much of a top 5 track as some of those other terrible tracks are. Like the raceways and the circuits.
And something that we might need to keep in mind is the troll as well. If Nordic is even able to come back, so that's a concern for them. But I don't even.
We have no idea if Vito trolled too. It's possible that Vito's trolled twice and we just don't know about it. But
yeah, that's what happened last time. We were trying to account for trolling in the streams, so I just gave up then. Either way, Nordic.
I think it was actually good for USA to do this because although they were good spots, it's so easy to prevent the other team from getting top 4 or top 5 here. Because you just generally are able to have someone up there, like regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah, and you do that by doing exactly what USA is doing right now. You have some players up front and some players just go back knowing that they can probably get the items to come back up again. And it's exactly what they're doing. Derek, unfortunately, not getting a dodge, but he does get triple shrooms to be able to at least take the cut and have one to spare. You do see RC's having some trouble with it. Yeah, USA having top 4 right now. Akane in 5th.
But the pack is still too close.
Yeah.
And you can see that claw is way farther back. So that's really not good. If Nordic could dodge coup, they could pull something out.
Yeah, they are winning the bagging duel as well. They are slightly behind more. Having
They're sitting in a nice spot with that shroom too, especially with these top spots. They're just gonna keep extending that lead.
Yeah, Nordic has to shock this lap. I kind of.
No, I disagree. The pack is really close. I don't think it's needed right now, especially if they're gonna take double like this. Yeah, Basil is gonna be able to take double, get slot himself in the first place. A red show.
Oh, is he just gonna get Reddit for it right away? Oh no.
No, he has the banana. Okay, he got lucky there. Fox, in the meantime, is 7th place with the red. Definitely want to look out for him, trying to drop back for a better item. As that red will search for TK right now. Barney behind Fox, so he's not going to drop back, actually. Forcing the Mega out of TK, really good for him. Actually, TK using the Mega, yeah. I guess understandable.
But the reason, I mean, look at the pack right now. Those bottom 3 are so far behind.
Oh, Shock comes in. Yeah, they're just going to get them before boxes.
The TC off to his teammate.
I think he was just meaning to really slow down a lot for the Nordic players, but Shock just happened. Kion was actually able to dodge and catch up, which is super needed for them right now. And Fox not able to get any boxes hurts Nordic so much.
Maybe
I think it's a blooper in 9th. Dude, no, it's over. I think Fox just getting bad item luck might have like secured the win for
Fox. Dude, he was so ready to take the cut,
too. But it's not gonna. I mean, it could really depend. Like if Nordic gets all top spots here, like maybe something goes well for them. But no. Faisal and Akane just pat no. I think the match is over at this point.
That's yeah, because it's one thing to kind of catch up, but it's not just about catching up. You need top 4, and at that point, USA's like 1st and 2nd were like 10 seconds ahead of Nordic's like 9th and 10th. You can see there's a huge pack difference. Like USA was rounding the first corner as Nordic was rounding the last corner. That's too much of a deficit, even if you like dodge and take the double, because they're gonna be like shocked on the bridge boost panels, and you just can't catch up. You need top 4. You can't just. It's not enough for like Keon to get first. That's why I thought that you needed to shock earlier. But yeah, it's over at this point.
30,
Unless Vito's trolled twice and Nordic gets top 5 here. Or something. Because we had no idea. I mean, for all we know, Vito could have starred 2 people and that'd be minus 40, and then, you know, I don't even know.
Yeah. So I think Nordic getting like 33, 34 once again. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th race in a row that they've gotten anywhere from 32 to 35 points in a single race. So not really indicative of a winning team. And I think it's pretty safe to say that USA is going to win this one, barring any penalty shenanigans. So that said, should be the second year in a row for USA. And if that is the case, congrats.
Thank you.
You didn't do anything. All you did was like anchor.
I played in 3 matches this World Cup, and we won all 3, so I did something.
What were they against? Like Latin America, Australia, Italy?
Yeah, I love you too. Well, ignore the fact that I played yesterday in the semi.
Yeah, yeah, dude, against a really challenging like.
I love you too.
That's cool. Cubic, I was about to say Cubic Land final race. Cubic Cape final race. And should be able to end it off. Maybe on a positive note for Nordic here. And it's kind of
point, even if they get top 6, they don't win.
No, they don't. So yeah, that's why they're going forward. Vito's never ever had a problem with bagging in any single context of a match ever. So he's just still gonna bag anyway and doesn't care.
What a god!
Yeah, he's that player that everybody hates, like from the other team at least. But yeah, this should be at least a race for Fox and Co to really salvage at least any points for them.
Kind of hard when Vito can just shock twice.
Yeah, yeah. I fully expect there to be 2 shocks at least. Okay. Solo jump, 2 streams for Derek here in 6th place. Watch out for the Thundercloud. Yeah, he's able to avoid that just narrowly and get into 4th place, but not really any good item boxes possible for him to take the cut, except for triple shrimp, which he doesn't get. So, going to move on up to 3rd place, 2nd place right behind Akane. And should be able to get him. That's one banana taken out. And
Oh,
no,
yep.
no, yeah, he gets him. Okay.
Got him.
So moves into first place with triple greens,
The
especially
pack's
as well.
surprisingly really close at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
Cubic Cape tends to spread out so much, especially by the second lap. This is actually really surprising. With people taking ultra and whatnot. But that said, Shock to come pretty shortly. By the way, Fox, I don't know what's happened to him. I haven't been looking at him.
He like stopped to like try to like mess with Vito.
Ah, okay. That would explain this 11th place for him. Anyway, Derek should be able to take Shroomba here, further securing his lead, and USA really running away with this.
I think that was smart for Fox to do, because if somehow Fox could get it out of him and then pull it in 11th immediately, maybe they could like not lose by that much.
Full crushing Derek, who's in top 4. That's nuts.
I mean, they dodge, which is great.
Well, yeah, I
But-
mean when your team is the only one bagging, it's not hard to get.
Yeah, it's just like this last race.
Well,
it's,
no,
like,
but that
even-
shock
it's just
was
making
a Nordic shock,
even
wasn't
worse.
it?
Nope.
2 Nordic dodge.
Fox,
Okay.
It might not matter to them at this point. They might have not coordinated it that well.
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. USA will take top spots and the victory. Congratulations to them, winning 2015 and 2016. And honestly, this is probably the easiest run they've had. Winners.
last year was harder for sure.
Yeah.
What was the finals last year?
It was versus UK, but we had the controversy.
They also had like the France match, which was like a massive like mess. Which is like really down to the wire. Then UK was a best of 3 set that went 2-1 for USA. So yeah, like it was super close for them. This time, they just kind of like they advanced to semifinals on a bye. Like beat who was it? I believe it was like Canada. Yeah, Canada. That wasn't that difficult for them. Then they advanced to winners finals and beat Nordic, who didn't have the lineup they needed at the time. So that was like a pretty easy match as well. And here they are. I mean, this one was a little bit more difficult, but I don't know. At the same time, things just like really fell apart for this side. So with that being said, congratulations. They end up winning it and the 2016 World Cup. So once again, just proving that like USA have with the majority of active players. Like so many times, can you say that like Germany or Nordic or other teams, like if they have the right lineup, they can. But USA's activity proving to be like. Just the overall.
I mean, yeah, I think
really
that's the ultimate strength here, right? Is this we're at a point in the game's life where a lot of the best players from countries that like aren't USA like don't play anymore or aren't active. So I
think it's also
spot.
depth. Like literally,
yeah.
our 10th best player is still a D1 player, and that's really the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the past, I feel like you could go that deep in other countries and still have like top level players, but it's not the case anymore.
Well, that said, Nordic did have, I think, honestly, probably their best line. Obviously, like with Akane coming in late and like not able to. I would imagine just like having trouble playing right now after getting little sleep and just like waking up late or whatever, and just coming in like, whoa, what happened? So yeah, I don't know. Either way, USA, like definitely, like probably the biggest powerhouse. Yeah, definitely the biggest powerhouse in Mario Kart, and it proved itself today. So congratulations. I don't know if they'd want to like talk about it, maybe? Question mark. If any of them would like
Actually, probably gonna be some conspiracy about how all 3 of us are from the USA, and so we probably just like DDoSed everybody.
to. Oh yeah, no, that happened.
We're biased. Fire all of us, ban all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Do it for the Mario Kart scene. Really needs it. Ban us from streams. Alright, well, do you know if any of USA would like to talk about the match in general or not?
I can ask.
Do it. Do it up. So, like honestly, like when we started the playoffs, actually really, really, really good matches from the beginning of it. I remember. I don't know.
No, immediately Arceus was volunteered to talk. Funny.
I don't know if I should do I? I don't care anymore. Yeah, sure.
That is your choice.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and do it. Yeah. Nordic versus France first leg. Super interesting match. Really close. Germany and Canada, same deal. Canada taking that one in an upset. Like UK and Nordic, pretty close as well. And Nordic winning that one, which is a surprise. And even Canada versus USA was a pretty good match for like the first two GPs. But I don't know, like USA just completely wiping the floor in the last couple of rounds and such.
Japan defended the title in 8, right?
Yeah, no, they did, and they did it pretty easily as well. I mean, well that said, UK did come pretty close, but in GB3 they flopped. Actually, very much kind of like Nordic here. So yeah, not as close of matches as maybe previous rounds. And really just like showing like, yeah, both USA and Japan like dominating their respective scenes.
I think that if Mario Kart Wii is still alive next year and there's another World Cup and there are fewer teams available, I think it'd be kind of cool to split USA into like USA West versus USA East.
That'd be more fun. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I think that could totally happen. USA.
Which team of those two would be better right now, you think? USA East?
Well, okay, East geographically. I'm just talking about like the geography. East.
Yeah.
Well, but West, you would split the West into like West and Midwest. So like West would have TK and Derek and
I think pretty much the same
Cool
lineup, dude.
And well, but Kuzan is in the East, and I think all 3 of our baggers are in the East actually.
Yeah.
So I think West would need a different bagger, but that's fine.
When you count like Cool would be East as well, right?
No, Cool be West. Minnesota would have to be in the West.
That's so
Usually,
stupid.
like if you were to divide it, you just like go like just use the Mississippi as the divider, and then
Yeah,
go
exactly. So
West
then
East.
Minnesota should be in the West because the East already has way more people with like New York and stuff. So it'd be Cool and Jax, they could both play, and then there'd be me and TK and Derek, and I don't know who our bagger would really be.
Speaking of Jack, what happened to the other Jax that isn't Cool's brother? The other Jax that was like really good.
In Fatal Aces?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He plays Mario Kart 8 now. He actually didn't show up to USA's last match in losers finals, I think. And so they got knocked out. He's a really good player for them as well. They kind of needed him. So that was pretty bad. But yeah, he's still around. He just doesn't play Mario Kart Wii. All right. I think I might just call it there. I don't actually have.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually from USA is coming on to.
All right, that's cool.
Oh wait. Actually, Derek says add me.
I don't really know how to add him because I don't have powers in this chat. So that's great.
Well, I don't either.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Well, that's a good start, I guess. Maybe Marlon's link from like.
Oh,
5 years ago.
here's the table. Do you have the table?
No, I don't have the table.
Here, I'll post the table in the chat.
Yeah.
In the MKW's casters chat. There you go.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I don't think we all gave a prediction, but I think we were wrong. I think we thought it would be closer than it was.
Yeah, 88-point difference between the two teams.
Pretty significant.
Yeah. FaZe
But
not
not at all,
doing as well. Like at all.
To be fair, like yeah, like if you looked at like how Nordic was playing, there's not that great of a play like from a lot of people.
Yeah, and it just goes back to saying like, yeah, there just wasn't as much front presence as you would have expected from that lineup. So really important. But I mean,
sure.
like, we refer to like Nordic's lineup in general speaking. Like those players, generally speaking, do well. But in the context of playing like 6 USA members, they just haven't been able to do that in any of their 3 performances versus them. So something about the USA roster they just can't perform against, and maybe they'll have to wait for that another year to try again. But
I think a lot of that has to do with just general war smarts. Because lines are unfortunately the least important thing in a racing game. Lines are the least important thing behind item usage and item luck and item strategy and teamwork.
I think Derek's in here now, so I'm gonna wait and see whether he can actually.
Yeah, why do we even play this game? You get rewarded for being slow. We should just all quit.
Yeah, I think so.
To an extent, I guess.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, in NASCAR, do you get rewarded for being slow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
NASCAR is also boring.
Yeah. NASCAR is like really.
I think
really
the
boring.
reality is like it's. I mean, it's
If
a
you're
racing
Mississippi,
game,
it's not boring.
but it's all the item strategy is what makes
Yeah.
this game interesting competitively, and like your ability to execute shortcuts. I like if you want a game that's more about tech and front running. Like, shouldn't we all be playing Mario Kart 8? Or shouldn't we be playing like Gran Turismo online or something? Like,
I honestly think this game would be a lot better if the shock shrunk you for half the time that it normally does. Because then it wouldn't. The game wouldn't be so shock reliant, but you could still use the shock effectively. You would still like do something, but it wouldn't be. I don't know.
No, that's stupid.
Cool guy agrees with me on this. I talked to him about
Oh wow,
this.
cool guy agrees with you. You must really like carry a certification around with you, like
I
paper.
know.
Cool guy, Killua, whatever you might call him. I know his name, but I won't say
he's
it.
cool. Okay, let's get this out of the way while we still have viewers. Cool will never be Killua. He will never be Killua. You will always be cool.
Yeah.
Also, Crusher, Arceus, you will never be Arceus. You will always be
I don't know.
Let's just get that out of the way.
I'll say.
Can we also just make the bloopers like the same as an MK8? That'd be better too. Because bloopers basically don't do anything. It'd be cool if they
bloopers are useless. I feel like blooper you could just remove from every Mario Kart game.
Or you could just make it like MK8. I think that's actually really cool if they do an MK8. If the bloopers in Wii were like that, it'd be interesting.
Yeah. I also think there's certain items that could be added in this game that would make it more like interesting. I definitely think like the item I would like to see return the most is the Boo. Like
over like the TC or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you could somehow like have that item, and if instead of like randomly stealing an item from another player, it's still like based on placement somehow. I think that would bring a really.
But then you could just steal the shock from somebody.
No, but that would be
okay.
Like, hey,
Before you guys want, I'm just gonna send off the stream now because this is not relevant at all.
Yeah.
But I'm down to talk about this whenever. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to MK Boards once again for hosting this tournament and for keeping the torch alive. Really cool in that sense. And shout out to all the organizers, including everybody from Mark, KD, and all the casting team heading up with KP, Sunky, Ace, Savannah, Marlon, Alex, a bunch of other people that I can't think of. Baird, Rookie. There's a ton of people I can name off that have done so much work for them. And it's really cool that you guys kept this going. That's it from us. We'll see you guys maybe next year. Till then, take care.